court of Great Britain, the Old Bailey. The centuries of history in this place is powerful. It's so different to Supreme Court in Japan. But it's both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes your work redundant. Wherever the country determines a person's guilt or innocence, always a solemn affair. Hey, say something, Miss London. Yes. What? Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again. Oh man, he even has like this. It's like, oh god face. I know if I can help it. Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We're here today to determine the guilt or innocence of magnanimous McGill. I call upon the counsel for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is fully prepared. That must be the Weeper of the Bailey. He really does look prepared to dispatch this next pro-victim to the world. Counsel, for the defense, you appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English? Huh? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. Yeah, I said the defense was ready. I couldn't even fall away if I tried. Those eyes please me. Nipponness. They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. I know the trepidation, yay! Big words, Shadow, big words. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The creature's this look of a sacrificial lamb. The cold shiver just went down my spine, all the way down to my tippy toes. Now, Mr. McGill. Yes, my lord. You stand accused of murdering at capital defense. You've been sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner? I've always said, my lord, it's just a grand thing to give opportunities to the young. Even the fellow is a student from some little island off in the Far East. It's not the British way to ignore the dangers to yourself and give those less fortunate a chance. I like to think that acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud. Listen to Mr. McGill. A fine gentleman has him. You hear that he donated £5,000 to the government the other day? Mother, please be... Mother, where we go, please go? Gray Park. Different public guys. It's from behind Mr. McGill. Definition of welcome news. He suddenly has a weird words. Looking for anyone to defend him. You put Mr. McGill. Most strongly sentiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly remind you. The 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed? Yes, my lord. If the charge is sent to quarters to the gallows, then they belong. I'm more than ready. At the minute, his lordship has always said we should dispose of rubbish properly. Naturally, I agree. Ha! Any criminals here soon be watching they never set eyes on me. Who the hell brings a knife to a courtroom? Or a flask. Or a typewriter for that matter. I feel a chill. Okay, she can bring her needles, since only she's an old lady. Dears, I'm just standing. Oh, mind me, my dears. I'm just getting on with my knitting. Much for these mittens for my grandson. No, these people are the jury. Yes, something we don't have in Japan yet. That's right. I only read about it. Here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors. Judges pass sentence according to law, but the jurors determine great common sense. The defendant is ultimately judged for 2 complete different points of view. The jurors give the verdict. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses. Yes. Prince X, my lord, it's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the courtroom. That you renounce your friend. I'm known as the Weeper of the Bailey, my lord, and family rather than the fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity. What brings you back? Is there some change of circumstances in which the court should be aware? I'll leave that to your imagination, my lord. River has been out of action for 5 years. Why should you have to choose to stay of all days to make a comeback? Don't lose us, Miss Londa. As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think, a summary of the case, please. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity. The incident took place in the late evening. 3 days passed. The hour was somewhat minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks known in the community as thrice-fired mason. Thrice? 3 times. For accomplished craftsman, the bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible. The victim, of course, was discovered in an omnibus in service of the streets of London at the time. The dagger had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. Here's the autopsy report from the investigation medical officer at Scotland Yard. Thank you, counsel. I accept that and the photographs as evidence. The photograph? Alright, we got no evidence. One further item of evidence. Christian wishes to submit these as well. These are... Good lord, is that blood, counsel? Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore silk gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested. What? Those are clearly gloves. There's blood on them? I will accept these as evidence as well. Fenced glove wheels have been entered to the courtroom. Did I get into this? I'm back into a corner before I even started. Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside of this vehicle at the time. Only 2? Oh, I see. One of those passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other was the accused, McGinnis McGilly. Well, rather damning circumstances to say the least. What say you? Well, of course I have no recollection of such a thing. Miss Gale. To be sure, I walked the omnibus that evening. But whenever I was in the carriage, I was taken with the first tidiness and I always succumbed to it. I claim to have been asleep. Just the notion in the carriage, my lord. Withering so as it is, when I opened my eyes again, this was the separate sight before me, the body of a man I never laid my eyes on before in my life. Now ask yourself, what good heart soul wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give a man a hand. So the blood got into the gloves and after the man had been killed. Fortunately, that statement of the driver's is only the beginning. What? That's not all of it? There's multiple witnesses to the precise moment at which the brickmaker was finally stabbed. Order! When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the coach. There was witnesses to the crime. This is just not a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused. Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. We hear the testimony from these witnesses first of all. Your wish is my command. Bailiff, bring the witnesses in at once. Witnesses, your names and occupations.
My name is, everyone's called me Beeple. I drive an omnibus in the Eastern. I'm Brooks Fairplay. I'm a banker in the city.
My name is Voss. Lady Voss. I make hats for gents. And yet you didn't make yourself a good hat. I don't know why. let's begin the confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all you present in the stand were in the omnibus and witnessed the phone incident. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Quite right.
Sir? That's right, sir. I don't do voices. I'm just trying to lobby something up here. So, if you don't like it, let me know. Well then, let's proceed to the formal testimonies, please. Each one of you would tell the court exactly what you saw.
Yes, the witness what witness? It was the last boss of the evening. I had a customer I remembered well. A few customers I remember well.
Golly, I don't remember how to speak.
The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plugged a knife into his gut.
Oh, that's right. He stabbed him. I screamed. I did. I couldn't help it.
As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped the bus, and that's when I saw it too.
On business testimony, I must say. Actually, my lord, these men witnessed the incident almost with my own eyes. I'll ask a question for me. Yes, Count. Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Why not? Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it? Has been clearly stated from the outset, yes. Oh, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they couldn't have seen inside of the moving carriage. Your Japanese is showing. Great. About the civilization of the Eastern land, but you're in hell under yourself. You're really talking about omnibuses? Tell me, my friends, have you ever traveled in an omnibus? Well, no. Your only wife in London this morning. No matter. We're waiting for us to see ourselves. The extra scene of the crime, that is. What? What do you mean the extra scene? How? The carriage is designed to be moved. After all, presumably you understand that much. Yes. One much in which the bloody crime took place is here today, in this very building. Yeah? What? The entire carriage? Bailiff? Bring forth this stricken omnibus. Bus. I can believe it. I can bring something so enormous. You can see the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. 4 passengers sit inside the enclosed cabin and all 4 on the top of the deck above. If you London knowing knows that the best views of the city architect sites are to be had from the top of the omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests, there's a skylight in the roof, allowing to view of the interior from the seats above. A skylight. Oh. Penny drop at last. 2 gentlemen were occupying the roof seat of the omnibus when the murder took place. That's how they came to witness the grim incident. Under the skylight. Under the skylight. That makes perfect sense. Our concept is this is the first time a gentleman expects to experience the crime scene itself being brought into court. There are no more important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish. That's not even his will here. Very well, I see no reason why not. This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence. Into his evidence. Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary. Myself all. I can help myself up again and boss as long as I'm to sing as here. Two of the proceedings. New cups destinations? Pray, don't expect this company's trade to understand the industries of court, British court costumes and nation rights. Focus, Marinovsky. Focus. The witness saw. It was the last boss of the evening, so I had it. I'm gonna press every statement and try to bring some light. What time was it? Hey, sir. It was even closer. It was freezing, in fact. We had 4 passions on board at that time. Is that correct? Yes, that's right, sir. Not all trouble in the same part of the omnibus, of course. No change to special inspection. He's just cold. There's no other passages when the incident took place. No one alleged, for example. That's right, sir. No other passages on that one. Oh, I want to get. I have to say, the boss insists on it running. He does every evening, the last boss of the day. I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, I'm sorry to say. What do you mean by that? Well, with it being so cold and everything, and only making twin prints on the wine, you see. Yes. Not much at a pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again. Pressing the statement. With the carriage. That's right, when you step on the top deck, the white sail down at your feet. Step on the inside, so I have a pretty good view. People were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. It was sort of shoved out of my mind there was Mr. McGriddle. You'd be so sure. How can I put it politely? He is a gentleman of rather small stature. I have a second hint for anyone else. I forget that until we go to a halt, only person inside the closed cabin. With the deceased Miss Mason, Mr. Griddle. There's no room for doubt there. Ugh, I wish there was. Life into his guts. Take a moment to happen. Touch right to that. Fair drug them hot. What can say bankers I consider trustworthy these days? Oh, no, I didn't mean that. It's not good. We really got his back up. But you can tell us, my lord. Generally, what meaning this? Made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up. And about what? Like this stinking witch. Never have. They're always up to something, or rather, they shouldn't be. One of them. That little luck of a man is no exception. He can't fool me. I'm wasting time listening to all this. I'm playing that night anyway. What's about to say? Give their verdicts for fire? Apparently yes. White for innocent, black for guilty. say you were sitting up on the roof of the deck, were you? Sit next to him, the father that was stabbed. I didn't even have to say, you see, I was guessing about absently minded. Then I happened to look down through the skylight. I was sticking right out of his belly, that huge great knife. Was that indeed? Hurt me at all. Yeah, oh yes sir. This is the knife that you saw? Good, yes, that's it. That's what I want, sir. Is that? Yes, console. There's a blade that was driven to the victim's body and sank through his heart. There's an embarrassing apartment with an initial. Well, it's M, which is oddly familiar. Ugh, please, no. M for Magnus or Pastor McGill? Possibly take your pick. See this specific name on the man. Specific mistake. There's M everywhere. Like, yes! M Mason! Objection! Oh, I like how they changed the objection for him. Before Brickmaker of Bone. No, it's where my mother almost certainly belongs to the accused. Ugh. Console. The shopping student, however. I like how they hit. Uh-oh. I must walk down and fly. I can't give up. Shooting an army boss died to an internal hemorrhage resulting in trauma. Okay. Is that frost over the windows? Maybe so. He was trying with a coin right in earlier. Ah, pity. Trying to figure out facts here. I gotta give a good overview of the evidence at hand. Might go for you think of some homework. Okay, so this is the same thing before. is it? Sam. It's because W. Could change everything. W. It's one of those, turnabout cases, so I'm sure of it. I don't know it all, but I'm sure this is the name. Oh, idea was quickly thrash. Ah, but let's continue. So, anyway, there's no sense in lying it. Oh yes, the spell on this thing. Just the only wife and great friend playing a lot harder to trust. Yes, I do understand. Check it to see. What's this, the cops before he was. Person officer, you were referring to the victim as Mason the Brickmaker. Any other person had a knife in his hand, like this. Other person officer, you were referring to the accused, Mr. Mason the Beginner. Oh god, no. You're too kind, sir. Oh no, Granny.